The dome-shaped ceiling was over 100 feet high, gloomily lit by the weak sun streaming through ornate glass windows. One window had been smashed. The Star of David at its centre destroyed. Harry had been with HMET, the Homicide Major Inquiry Team, in Bradford for over a decade. He was a difficult man to shock, but he'd never seen anything quite like this. Nor had his team. Scenes of crime officers stood beside him, trying to figure out how they were going to search the area, awaiting Harry's orders. Forensics looked equally uncertain. Sweeping the space was going to be a logistical nightmare. The bookshop would be full of DNA. It'd be impossible to tell the killer apart from the customers. "What a shit Monday morning," DI Simon Palmer said, looking up to the ceiling. Harry could smell bacon on his breath. Whereas Harry was athletic, his suit fitting snugly across his broad shoulders, Palmer's hung clumsily from his rounded frame. He waited expectantly. As senior investigating officer, everyone's eyes were on Harry. A dead Asian girl in such theatrical circumstances was a new one for Harry. Yet in the cauldron of Bradford, nothing really surprised him anymore. "If the killer got up there, Simon, we can too," he said. "We're not dealing with Spider-Man." Harry left the team standing among the bookshelves. As he approached the ornately carved stone staircase and walked slowly up to the mezzanine floor which housed a cafe. From here, he had a closer view of the victim. She was fair for an Asian girl and slight. Her long black hair was visible despite the red veil across her face. No tattoos, no defining features. Harry felt a familiar sense of unease. What was he missing? The noose. Not a rope, but barbed wire. Harry winced. Uzma had been responsible for locking up the shop at the end of her Sunday shift. She'd have been alone here for at least half an hour. Suicide couldn't be ruled out. But cries for help were seldom this sensationally staged. Harry felt it in his gut. This was a murder scene. Palmer joined him at the top of the stairs. "Is that barbed wire?" he asked. "Looks it." "Christ." Palmer dangled a set of keys at Harry. "There's a passage that leads up to the dome. Before we go up, we'll have to do a risk assessment." Harry took the keys from him. The second staircase looped around the main floor space of the bookshop, a narrow, enclosed walkway with a claustrophobic feel. Harry and Palmer kept to one side, placing their feet carefully, their white Socko suits bright in the dim light. At the top, a stone path circled the domed ceiling, giving access to each of the beautiful old windows. Under the broken one, among the shattered glass, Harry could see a scattering of pink rose petals and what looked like a bloody print. He released a breath he didn't know he'd been holding. They might get lucky there. Harry inched closer, peering out through the broken window. Hell of a drop. The barbed wire suspending the victim's body had been fed out through the window and was tied around something Harry couldn't quite make out. But the sight of more rose petals decorating the barbed wire brought bunting fleetingly to mind. "Turning out to be a proper house of horror, this one," said Harry. "Question is, how to get her down." They couldn't pull her body up. The barbed wire would shred the skin around her neck and they needed to preserve her body exactly as they had found it. Harry turned to Palmer. "Get the fire brigade down here and tell them we're going to need a crane." 2. Harry cleared the area as the body was brought down by the fire brigade. Just his core team remained, awkward and expectant, standing among the rows of neatly organised bookcases. In the silence, he heard a pair of high heels clicking on the stone floor behind him. His boss had arrived. The sound stopped just behind Harry, who had crouched by the victim. Detective Superintendent Claire Conway wasn't there to babysit Harry, far from it. But a murder like this was sure to have everyone on edge.